want to speak? Oh, sure.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is it on? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, everyone, and thank you for coming out. This is a wonderful group of people, and I know you care a great deal about what's going on. And my name again is Barbara Delgleize, and I'm proud to. Thank you. I'm sometimes taken back by it, so sorry about that. But it's folks right here whose shoulders I stand on, and that's how I got where I got. And I will say to you that what the Shirley alluded to about getting along was true. I mean, we had Democrats, we had Republicans, but I quite honestly, that wasn't a requirement to be on the council. It was about, did you care for the city and what are you going to do for the city? So let me just say there was a number of things that were done over the last 8 years that really impacted our city. And I don't mind starting out right now with the Navigation Center. Brilliant, brilliant. And for those of you out there who don't understand how that's done, we must have the county working with us. We must have the state working with us. This is something that we can't do on our own. We can't write a check for that. That's not how it works. If the county did that for every city in the county of Orange, did that for every city, there would be no money at all. Okay, folks? And homeless people need help. And I'm not trying to dissuade anyone from being upset because they're on the street. It is upsetting. We can do better. But to close things down after there's been a lot of investment and planning is not wise. Also, I think you all can see the world has changed a little bit. The colors are a little different, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. So when we were on council and voted for the flag, it just seemed like the right thing to do. There's people in our community that feel that way. Why not have them be represented, for goodness sake? I'd like to really acknowledge Shirley Detloff because she was a part of she's the one who wrote it with Ralph Bauer. The human dignity statement. Thank you. Why is that a big deal? You know, at the end of the day, people can kind of poo-poo it, but sometimes we just need a reminder. And you all know who live here. Some are older, some are younger. But if you've lived here any time at all, you know that this city has kind of gone through ups and downs or strong points of view on certain things, and they've let other things go. And I think what has happened is the perfect council seems to show up. And I think a lot of people were just kind of getting a little bit lazy or just kind of maybe being a little taking things for granted. And it's easy to do. Well, look, we live in paradise, for God's sake, you know, and yet we do know that there's issues out there. One of my sad things that I hate to see gone is the environmental group, because this city was on the cutting edge of really making big progress. We had an employee named Antonia Graham who came in after Aaron had been here. And the reason I mention her is I remember thinking, oh, please hire somebody who's business friendly, you know what I mean? And, you know, who can be careful about the environment. And she brought in partners like UCI, who's working on such sustainable things for commercial building and housing. And so we partnered with the Huntington Beach Chamber of Commerce and did a sustainability contest. People came into the city. They could improve their windows, their roof, whatever they wanted to do. All I'm saying, folks, that's what I think has what's upset people, because to them, that's what the city is about. Cutting away the commissions or cutting away the meetings that were held. That's what unity does. That's what community builds. And, you know, I mean, Jill and I served on different things together. And there's the Parks Commission. Oh my gosh. You know, I met a man the other day at the beach. If you don't, I'll just be real quick with this one. But he said, I hated you. And I go, oh gosh, really? And I said, why? What was going on? And don't blame him. He's lived right across the street from 17th Street Park. And I understood his concern. You bet. I would have probably felt the same way. But I will tell you proudly why I voted the way I did. And that's because we have zero money. Well, we had zero at that time for our park funds Do you realize, folks, we have 80 parks in our community? 80. And the reason Central Park, the city, Central Park park looks like it does today is because there's a group of people, 10, 20 people who have dedicated their life over the last 10 years and probably longer because I don't know them all and the time, but that's why it looks good. And the city, yes, all the volunteers, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts too, you guys did great. But just what I'm saying is the city works best when it works with its residents, when it works with the people here. So I'll just leave it with you. Pay attention, watch what's going on. What we still don't understand, and I can speak, I think, for this group, is what's the point? Where are we trying to get to? Yeah, I don't get it. So I'm going to let Jill, I know, but the mayor. And thank you for listening.